I came to New York in 1997. I discovered a way to be really who I am.
I've created this fictitious character.
L'Hadassah Gross.
The Sabath Queen is almost in the house.
In the late 90s, I did my film Temblando ante Dios. I was looking for people to be in the film. Remember that I screened Temblando ante Dios 25 years ago right here in the Cineteca, right there. So go back to when I was trying to find people to be in the film, which was very difficult. And I went to Jerusalem and everyone kept saying, the chief rabbi of Israel's gay nephew, you should talk to him. So I asked Amichai to be in the film and he refused because he's too much of a diva and he wanted his own movie. He said, I don't do collage. But we then became friends. And honestly, that film was really about people who wanted to be more in the boundary of orthodoxy. And he was already post-denominational and smashing the box. So we just became friends and developed a real trust over the next 5 years. And we started filming in 2003 and began a 21-year film journey. You've met him. He's incredible. And also I really believe in his vision of what it means to reinvent religion and reinvent ritual and Judaism and reinvent queer and spiritual for everyone. I think that his work really touched me. I also love the drag queen, Rebbetzin Hadassah. So, you know, who knew how he would change and grow over time? But I've seen him be at my friends' funerals, weddings, baby namings, you know, in the street protesting. I've seen how he shows up in the world and I'm so happy. I've devoted the past 25 almost years to this work.
We're living in a moment of great changes for humanity. There are women in power positions. That was not possible a century ago. There are queer people, recognized, dignified, free to be who we are, and in leadership positions everywhere. That was not possible 50 years ago. There is a fight against racism. There's a fight against slavery. There's a fight against tyranny, authoritarianism. These are all ways in which humans, never mind the religion right now, are saying we believe in human dignity, in justice, in freedom. The question is, what are we taking from the past to help us get to the future? So I can say as a Jewish person that in my history, there is homophobia. You open the Bible, there's homophobia. You open the Bible, there is misogyny. You open the Bible, there's slavery. So my question is, what do I say thank you? You were with us for thousands of years. You protected us. But now it's no longer serving us. So you say, thank you, homophobia. No. Thank you, patriarchy. No. Thank you, misogyny. No. Out. Not everybody likes that. People, men are fighting for holding on to power. That's what's happening between Trump and Bolsonaro and Oban or Bibi, right? Men want to be in charge. But we're saying, no, time's up. And there are things that I love in my tradition. I love Sabath. I love the justice. I love the notions in the Jewish, Christian, Muslim, other traditions that say you have to meet the other, eye to eye, heart to heart, and that's where God lives. So it's on us to decide, what am I saying yes to? What am I saying no to? How do I pick some things, but not all things? Because otherwise we're just copy-paste of 100,000 years ago. That doesn't make any sense. We have to change. I knew that once I'm doing this, it will be a public debate. I've done weddings before for same-sex. I've led weddings before for people of different faith, including Sandi's wedding. I officiated his wedding to his husband, Eric, who is not Jewish. This wedding we knew would be very public because the grooms, Kosher and Shodo, are very public, and we knew that this will be big. And so I had to make a decision that I stand behind my decision, and that if what I'm doing is not for my own ego, but to help change in the world, it's worth it. And I think it's worth it.
It took years to even just watch the 1,800 hours of footage, and then to try to figure out how to create a narrative, dramatic, emotional journey with the material. I was saying before that every image and every word is a minefield in this film. So we were literally, my editors and I, in 6 years of editing, we're debating like every single aspect of the movie. Because also it's like, they said to me, we've never met anybody who has this many identities. Like, you have the radical fairy, and you have the queer biodad, and you have the rabbinic journey, and the storytelling artistic theater troupe, and you have so much. So they said, we need a narrator. And I said, who is that? They said, it's you. I said, I did not sign up to make a personal film called My Rabbi and Me. But I said, okay. And so we put my wedding into the film. Amichai buried my father. We put my father into the film. And we kept testing what it would be like for me be the narrator. And finally, a group of filmmakers and editors said, Sandi, we love you. Get out of the movie. And we took all of this work and we threw it to the ground. And what emerged in that space was Amichai's brother. He became the spine. He became the context and the frame, and also the push-pull around disagreement. And like, I didn't need to be in the film. I was like, you build a building and you take the scaffolding and you throw it away. And the building stands. And so it was much more powerful to have Amichai's brother and him be the two brothers that really guide the movie.